today. From Los Angeles, California, this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Tennessee Titans.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
2nd and a couple. Pollard going to try the right side. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Tennessee.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's second and 6. Levis to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Levis. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw taken in by Ridley here. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Running right, it's Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Spears trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Byron Young from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
So they were stopped trying to run the ball on first down. Now they take a sack on second down. The offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on the defensive coordinator because right now the defense has the advantage.
Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal. Here's Levis. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now a 7-0 game. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his route, limit his touches. But that plan, not working too well on this opening drive. That's already 2 catches for him, and this one, good for a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run for the first time here with Kyren Williams. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Second down and 6 now. Again, it's Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Levis back to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll work down inside the 45. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Levis looking to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Levis on 3rd down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Running back Kyron Williams deep for L.A. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Levis. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards that time. In motion right goes Hopkins. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Second and goal from the 1.
Pollard again.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Tony Pollard
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Titans add 6 to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
On for the extra point is Folk. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Rams ready to go on offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now back to throw.
Got his man, Okonkwo.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Levis to throw once more. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Second and 7.
Back to throw again.
That'll be complete to Okonkwo.
And this is going to be another first down, as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line.
And Levis going back to the air. And it's dumped off to Pollard.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Again, he'll drop to throw.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
A gain of 7. First down, Tennessee.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt.
Folks' kick is good.
And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. On the return, here's Atwell. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ballgame. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Stafford.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. So the drive's going to start with Pollard.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Second down and 8. Levis to throw off play action. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Working from the gun, here's Levis.
Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was brought down at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here's Pollard again. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Levis out of the shotgun now.
Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Hand off to Spears.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
and the LA offense ready for this next possession.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now Stafford.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
2nd and 10.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
To throw is Stafford.
He gets this into the hands of Cup once again.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Now Stafford.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
First target, first catch, and a first down. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop. Now 2nd and 9.
Stafford now to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Harold Landry with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
In the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Levis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The Titans on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. Levis to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 5. A give to Pollard running left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. They'll run left with Pollard, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You've told me before it's tough to identify how to block a 3-4 defense. There wasn't a whole lot of blocking there.
And one other thing an offensive line coach told me, if you want to run wide against a 3-4, which is difficult to do because of the speed of the outside linebackers, it's often difficult for your offensive linemen to hit targets in space and create lanes for your guys to run through.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Levis from the gun. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. LA readies for its next possession. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Stafford.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a first down throw, Stafford.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Here's 2nd and 10.
Stafford.
He'll get this complete to Whittington.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Again, it's Stafford.
That one taken in by Whittington.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Stafford.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Williams.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tyler Higbee punching it in from a yard away.
And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt.
Folks, kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 13. A little under a minute 50 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
On first down, it's Stafford. Fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's second down. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
Looking to throw. Stafford.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, it must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee.
Levis takes a knee here, and that should just about do it. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side, and Look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner, and let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.